Humanitarian and businessman Thomas Lightbourne, who died April 28, 2010, was laid to rest on Saturday, May 17th at the Bethany Baptist Church. He was a founding father of the Rotary Club, former president of the Contractors Association and Chamber of Commerce, chairman of the Progressive National Party, and served on the Advisory Council during the interim administration in 1987. Family, friends, and well-wishers were out in large numbers to celebrate the life of Lightbourne. Officiating the service were Reverend Dr. Golston Williams and the Reverend Derek Hamilton.
I can tell you of his favor. Now I can tell you of God's love. I could tell you of his goodness.
Mike Satak, president of the Rotary Club of Providenciales, also paid tribute on behalf of the organization.
None of us would be here if it wasn't for Tom Lightbourne. As you may know, many of you know Tom as a business leader, a political leader in the community. We see him as the father of Rotary in the Turks and Caicos. He helped bring the ideals of Rotary, which is the world's largest service organization, to the Turks and Caicos. We were but one of 32,000 clubs around the world, but Tom made our club different and special. He inspired hundreds of Rotarians and other people in the community by doing good work, leading with a quiet dignity and humility.
Randall Swan brought the eulogy.
Come to celebrate this life of a man who never went to high school, but he learned to read. And because he could read, he educated himself beyond many college graduates. Tom knew an awful lot about an awful lot. But I never knew him to be a know-it-all. He never had to have the last word. He could allow you to walk away from him in your ignorance, if that's the way you wanted it to be. He didn't fight to force his knowledge on you. But if you wanted to learn, he'll stay with you as long as he could be helpful.
When the darkness I see, you'll be waiting for me. I won't have to cross Jordan alone.
There was also a tribute by the Swan family, the Native Men's Fellowship, sung by the Bethany Baptist Church, and sermon by the Reverend Derek Hamilton.
We will never be sufficiently overwhelmed by the fact that God has forgiven our sins until we understand something about the seriousness of what has been forgiven. Our problem is that we spend precious time justifying and minimizing and rationalizing rather than owning up to our sins.
May his soul rest in peace. For WIV4 News, I'm Takara Bain.